Timing heat. This right here is Robo Buggy. Robo Buggy is rolling autonomous right now, attempting an autonomous roll. So again, no driver in that buggy.
And this is the first ever fully autonomous roll on a race day.
Could be a pretty cool piece of buggy history we're witnessing right here. Getting started, getting things underway on these finals. A little bit of a chilly, crisp April morn. Shoving down into hill. Shoving's a strong word.
And that seems to be a problem for the autonomous buggies, that curb right there.
Yeah.
But it's continuing
still
on.
going. Which a human driver would not
curve.
do. Oh. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we're good.
Hey, and corrected. Again, ladies and gentlemen, no driver in the buggy. CMU students have engineered it so that's a robot without anybody telling it what to do, doing what it does, which is drive.
It lost a little bit of speed there on its third hit with the curb.
Yeah, it's going to be that poor Hill 3.
This is the Hill 2.5 push coming up here. Oh, she might not be able to catch it. It's taking off.
Well, technically, Hill 3 starts at the end of Hill 2, so I'm hoping she's not their Hill 3 pusher as well.
Is this a new strategy team will implement? The Hill 2.5.
This is unfortunately not the first time I've seen this.
Did Camo have a Hill 3 pusher?
Camo has had a Hill 2.5. At the stop sign, it got a nice little shove or two.
Oh, we have another pusher here.
There's the 2 3/4. Nice transition there.
Okay, now it's got a turn here.
And this is tricky. This is coming up to that stop sign. We don't even have the timer up, which is probably good. All right, and coming through the chute, this is incredibly difficult for a human to do. Let's see how a buggy can do it. Though, I will add, to the buggy's credit, there are no chute flags. So, take that, drivers.
Uh-oh.
Make the turn.
Oh, okay.
It's turning right there.
Oh, we have a time.
All right. 237.
Oh, no, it's stuck.
Oh.
And something came off, it looks like.
A little bit of overcorrection there.
It's like just overcorrected a little bit too much there. And Robo Buggy is stopped. Couldn't quite make it through the chute there. But here's 2 5/8 or something. 7/8.
2 7/8. This is an
monument.
early turn. It's a very early chute turn.
Elon, how's it looking down there? I just
Well,
heard you
I
over
gotta say,
broadcast.
This is not the best shoot line I've ever seen,
Volume on chute mic.
but they might make it.
So it's coming through the chute right here.
A little wide, but here they go. Generally pretty clean.
That's actually, yeah, that's not a bad chute turn right there. Coming through. 3 11/12. Coming through 2 11/12. It's early.
Just a really
Lord.
long Hill 3 there.
And I have done that push before, picking it up in the chute. It is painful. By the time you get to the actual Hill 3, you are wiped out.
And that's Hill 3. Yeah, taking it the whole way. There's no help there.
The great thing about an autonomous buggy is that you can just keep going. After the first crash, you got to stop a human driver. And
Yeah.
you got to make sure she's okay, but this is a robot, so all bets are off.
Robo Buggy now coming up here. Hill 3 transitioning into Hill 4. And it looks like with a little bit of a slip up in there, we're going to have our first completion of a course by an autonomous self-driving buggy, which is pretty incredible accomplishment right here. I know Robo Buggy's been working on this for a while.
You know, it's got a little, it's an interesting history. The buggy was built in the, I believe, late 90s initially as a school project and part of Robo Club. I guess after the person graduated or whatever, it kind of went away for a little bit. A few years back, a couple of brothers of AE Pi actually were in Robo Club and got the buggy, tried to build an autonomous version, couldn't get it to roll on race day, unfortunately. Once they graduated, It went back to Robo Club. They've retrofitted that. This is actually the second buggy. The original Robo buggy is probably in storage or something, but they built Transistor, I believe, 2 years ago, and it's rolled pretty much by remote control the last couple of years, but they've been working on the autonomous nature, and this one, minus some issues early on, is going to complete the course.
Yeah. Honestly, if the hay bale wasn't there, probably would have kept going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
And that hay bale is there. Unfortunately, there was an accident another year where somebody hit the stairs there. And so that's a fairly new hay bale on the course. But it's been there for a few years. So
Here they come approaching the finish line here. Maybe a sub-6 minute time.
Yeah. Let's see. Hill 5 trying to guide it right there. See, can they get under 6? Looking like it might not be the case. That's all right. Robo Buggy, though, the first autonomously driven buggy. Got to make sure the hands are on the push bars going across. Otherwise, it doesn't count. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen. The first ever self-driven buggy completed. Congrats to Robo Club right there.
And a new team record.
That's right.
And in fact, a new class record.
Right.
This is the mark that any robotic buggy from now on will ever try to beat.
Was that 508?
Approximately,
Plus minus?
approximately a 6 minute.
Yeah, will we ever
Give or
see
take.
sub 5?
well, we actually may see sub 5 next because our next heat will be an autonomous buggy
Yes.
of Atlas.
Oh, okay, all right. So we got a little bit of competition here.
Congratulations to the Robo Club guys and girls there coming back down to the front hills. Excellent job with that buggy. And it's going to be interesting to see with the future of buggy. Carnegie Mellon being such a heavy engineering robotics type of school. We went from no robotic buggies 3 years ago to now CIA has a subgroup called Atlas, which is running the next buggy, I believe, which is also an attempt at an autonomous roll. Yesterday, they tried a timing roll, and unfortunately, the buggy flipped over and had to be taken off the course.
And they seem to have problems all at the... Oh, did it fail drops?
It may have failed drops. That time, they're DQ. No, this is incredibly impressive to put this together. We'll be underway probably 9-ish, or what time is it? About 10 for, it's looking like 10 o'clock or so for re-rolls, and then women's finals a little bit after 10.
They are making a second attempt at drops.
And
the success!
Wow. How do you, I don't know anything about computers, but how do you teach it to know its drop time?
And not just the initial drop, but one of the things
But
about
the
drops
stop
is
and the restart.
Yeah.
you have. So one of the things for drop tests, it's an attempt to test the braking system. But not only do you have to make the initial stop, you have to then release the brake and re-brake to prove that it actually works.
Right, that your brake doesn't just work one time.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And the Robo Buggy was just successful in that as well.
What's interesting to me is that they're not using a flag. So when you do a drop test with a human driver, you're allowed to use a flag as well as yell brake. So either the buggy is seeing the line where the drop test is defined, or it's hearing them yell brake.
Yeah.
I didn't hear them if they yelled.
I've just heard the cheering.
I've just heard the
yes.
cheering. So
Congrats to Robo Club. By the way, if anybody has any antacids on the course, holler at your boy. I'm up here in the booth. I could use some Tums.
But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see as we come up again. CIA, a branch of CIA called Atlas, rolling a buggy that CIA used to have as a actual driver buggy,
Yes.
Quasar, is now rolling as Robo Quasar. So we've got 2 on the course this year, and it's possible new organizations, additional organizations may come out with robotic buggies in the future, and we may end up actually having a whole new class of buggy competitors. So we'll have women's, men's, and robots.
And robots. This is how they take over. This is the beginning of the end.
But drivers will never fully go away in buggy
No.
because driving has to be one of the most exciting things that you could possibly
it is.
do at
It's
Carnegie
one of the
Mellon.
best parts of buggy.
I just got somebody from Robo Buggy down here saying that, in fact, the brake is controlled by the remote controller.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thanks, Elon.
So it is not a fully autonomous brake, but it was a fully autonomous roll.